Disability Pride Month is celebrated every July. It commemorates the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, on July 26, 34 years ago, in 1990. Since the passing of the ADA, there have been some measures that have been embraced by the U.S. Ramps, curb cuts, braille designations on signs, larger disabled parking spaces, access on public buses and metro platforms, and specifically designated so-called handicap stalls and bars in public bathrooms. Most would consider that a win for the disabled community. Others deem it far from enough and certainly another method of separating and isolating people. We have all noticed how often disabled spaces to park are unavailable, or how often the higher and barred toilet stalls are taken by people who don't appear to be disabled. If you don't need to use a handicap pass, don't. I am aware, however, that there are hidden physical disabilities, and I make a point of not complaining in public. Last week I spoke of the scary prospect of Project 2025. It's still scary. And please do not forget that those who devised it also love their guns. When a national public figure was just nicked in the ear by a 20-year-old whose daddy gave him an AR-15, no member of the group of white men who wrote Project 2025 said a word against a right to have, use, or openly carry guns, particularly a weapon of war like an AR-15. In fact, as you may remember, there is one political party that abandoned their U.S. flag lapel pins in favor of a pin of an AR-15. There is also an interesting connection between guns and disability and abortions. The people who brought you to Project 2025 want us to believe that people capable of getting pregnant only want abortions so they can avoid giving birth to a child with a disability. That it's a selfish act by these selfish people, whether their own life is on the line or not. Most people facing an unplanned pregnancy wish only to have the free will to carry a healthy fetus to term when they want to. They don't, usually, wish to carry the fetus of their rapist, or because legislators decided their life was not valuable enough to be spared. There are so many reasons for someone deciding to have an abortion, way too many to discuss here. And, as a point of clarification, the major disability groups in the U.S. are on the side of abortion rights. Now, guns, that's a different story. It costs the U.S. taxpayer $557 billion per year to deal with the aftermath of gun violence across the country. That's about $35 million a day. Each gun death costs U.S. taxpayers an average of $274,000. Each non-fatal gun injury costs U.S. taxpayers an average of $25,000 a day. In states with the strongest gun laws, such as Connecticut, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and New York, the per-resident cost is less than $800 annually, while states with the weakest gun laws, including Mississippi, Montana, and Wyoming, and the cost of gun violence is around 4 times higher, at over $28,000 per resident. Do the math. By the way, states with the most abortion restrictions cost state economies an estimated $105 billion per year. Abortion restrictions cause higher economic consequences and demonstrates the range of negative economic consequences of abortion denial, from prolonged financial distress to people being trapped in lower paying occupations. Again, do the math and then make a plan to vote. This is Barbara Levin from Toby's Fund for Reproductive Health Equity. We are a nonprofit agency dedicated to body autonomy for everyone, regardless of financial need. We are all volunteer and collect money from kind donors so that we can assist those other nonprofits who provide abortions, emergency contraception, and pregnancy prevention for McHenry County, Illinois residents. Thank you.